welcome back. Let us have a quick recap of the portions we have discussed in the last class. We have seen that the condition of women in Elizabethan England was pathetic. 2. She was beaten by the husband. She was husband's slave. She didn't get proper education. She was forced to marry anyone of her parents' choice. If not willing, she is beaten and locked up by the family. However, women in literature were given impressive personality. If you read history and literature, the idea we get about women of the period is contradictory. Not much was known about Elizabethan women. So these were the facts that we have discussed in the previous classes. And now we are continuing from paragraph 6. Paragraph 6 is a big one, so we are discussing only that paragraph today. I have divided it into several sections. You can see here an image of an ordinary Elizabethan woman, her costumes. So we are moving on to para 6. There are several chapter headings in Trevelyan's History of England. What are the chapter headings? See here. The manor court and the methods of open field agriculture. The Cistercians and sheep farming. Crusades. The university. The House of Commons. The 100 Years' War. The Wars of the Roses. The Renaissance scholars. The dissolutions of the monasteries. Agrarian and religious strifes. Origin of sea power. The Armada. So these are some of the titles in Trevelyan's History of England. However, nothing can be seen about women of the period. Occasionally, some are mentioned. Queen Elizabeth or Queen Mary. But they are aristocratic women. That is, women belonging to royal family. A middle class woman is never referred. She is not even referred in anecdotes written about the period. What is an anecdote? Anecdotes are short narratives about events from lives of people. Even John Aubrey, who had written brief lives, short biographical sketches, had never written about a woman. Elizabethan women didn't keep a diary. She didn't write memoir. She didn't write plays or poems with which we can judge her, but nothing is available, unfortunately. Woolf says that the brilliant students from women's colleges in Cambridge, like Newnham or Girton, can conduct a research about the life of or lives of Elizabethan women. It will be a useful work. We are continuing para 6. If some brilliant students from Newnham or Girton, if they conduct such a research, it will help us to know at what age Elizabethan women were married, how their house looked like, if she had a room for herself, did she do all the cooking by herself? Did she keep a servant, etc.? Such details will be available somewhere, perhaps in church registers or some office books, etc. Such a details should be collected and made into a book. Okay, collecting such information is rewriting history, or we can say that such research will add a supplement to history, an addition to history. Sometimes lives of women will be found when biographers write the lives of great people of the era. They will be in the background, not in the center. So, para 6 is continued. In later periods, a lot were written about women. For example, Jane Austen is a woman novelist, but many details are available about Jane Austen. Joanna Bailey is a dramatist. Mary Russell Mitford is a dramatist. But it was after 18th century, not before. That is why we are not able to find anything about Elizabethan women. We don't know anything. How they were educated, whether they were taught to read and write, why women didn't write poetry then, how many women had children before they were 21, how did they spend time from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, etc. We don't know anything about such details. From Trevelyan's book, we saw that she was not married. She was married at 15 or 16, whether she liked it or not. And para 6, continue it. It will be strange to ask if a woman of Elizabethan era will be able to write the plays written by Shakespeare. Will she be able to do that? See, it is from this particular question that Virginia Woolf conceives the idea of Shakespeare's sister. Will a woman be able to write Shakespeare's plays if she had a chance at that time? Will she be able to do that? Woolf remembers that once a bishop declared that no woman will be able to have the genius of Shakespeare. The same bishop, it was the same bishop who observed that cats will not go to heaven though they have souls. So just think about the childishness of their thought. A person who says such a foolishness can be ignored, says Virginia Woolf. Here you can see the image of Elizabethan, an Elizabethan mother and children, costumes of women of higher classes. See, if you want to know more about the position of women in Elizabethan England, you can watch this movie, Shakespeare in Love, which was released towards the end of 1990s, 1997 or 98. I don't remember exactly. Just like the title indicates, Shakespeare in Love is, I think it is 1998, the movie which tells the story of Shakespeare's love story. This film shows the social life of the period. So we are stopping here and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.